What's goody? I'm Queen G22, Ninja Turtles gaming, geek stuff, and travel. And hello, Street Fighter Guile, 1/4 scale. And I did say Guile because when I was young, I used to call him Guile until I learned his name was Guile, right? It's pronounced Guile. I'm all smiles today because I'm super excited. If you've seen my other videos, I like statues. I like statues a lot. My only issue is I don't always have enough space for statues, but it is what it is. A little while ago, I unboxed Chun-Li, who is one of my mains and one of my favorites. Guile is also one of my mains. I don't know why that is, and I'm talking like old school Guile, not like Street Fighter 6 Guile. I dabbled in Street Fighter 6 a little bit. I did like the main campaign, and then I kind of got distracted with something else. You know, fighting stuff is just different now, like the techniques and trying to remember all the combos. I'm old, so it's difficult for me, but old school Guile, right? Old school Guile, you know, with his sonic boom, and then he had that kick and that super dope ass uppercut. I love that. So I am a huge fan of Guile. It would be Chun-Li, Guile, and then my other favorite, my other main is Fei Long. So if they ever come out with a quarter scale, hint hint, PCS, Fei Long, I will definitely be acquiring him as well. So we are going to do the Deluxe edition. So Premium Collectible Studios, right? I believe that's their whole name. Came out with 2 versions. They have the Collector's Edition and then they have the Deluxe Edition. Now the Collector's Edition, he's wearing an outfit that I'm not familiar with. It's probably one of the games that I didn't play. He looks good. He's got a beard and you know, he looks like a rugged Guile. I went with the Deluxe Edition because this is old school Guile. This is the Guile that I know. This is the Guile that combs his hair. This is the Guile that wears, you know, the military outfit. So we are going to unbox Street Fighter Guile 1/4 scale Deluxe Edition by PCS. And before we get started, as always, I'd like to put out that disclaimer because I'm in a little bit limited space. I have this behind me. I'll show you the unboxing angle, but you might get some angles of the Queen that some of you will appreciate and some of you will not. So again, as always, when I do my statue unboxing, for those of you that do not appreciate the angles of Queen, I do apologize. And for those of you that do, you're welcome. So first things first, we're gonna lift up these straps. And we got this card. So I guess, and somebody correct me and let me know, but I guess if they're a quarter scale and smaller, that you just kind of get the little styrofoam thing with the card, or maybe that was just this particular edition, because same thing with my Chun-Li one, I just got a card, I didn't get like a box. You know, like if you saw me unbox my Melina, or if you saw me unbox my Donatello, the styrofoam is inside a box art type box. Well, not with this series, which I'm not mad at because no box means nothing that I have to try to figure out where to save it. So I'm just gonna throw the styrofoam away and keep the card, which leaves more space for me, so I'm okay with that. Once we remove these straps, I'm gonna lift up this styrofoam and boom. What I like about this statue is that it's 2 freaking pieces. Like, it's rather simple statue to put together. There's not a whole lot to figure out where shit goes. That's what she said. So this is like a super easy video. Now, first things first, they gave us these little plastic gloves. And I love that we have the cloth gloves, right? Because we want to keep our Guile, you know, we don't want to have any smudges on him. We want to keep him kind of sexy and clear of dirt and debris and all that kind of stuff. So boom, I got my gloves. And the first thing that we get to pull out is this freaking base. So I'm gonna put them together and then we're gonna go over the specs. Underneath the base is where we have the info. We have the info of what we're looking at. Street Fighter Guile 1/4 scale Premier Series Statue Deluxe Edition, Limited Edition. I have number 70 of 30. And then down below we got the logos. Can't forget PCS's logo and we can't forget Capcom, right? Capcom, we appreciate you. Street Fighter is a legendary series and that is why I had to have Guile in my house. So we have our information on the bottom of our base. Now the base is not really that heavy. It's probably like about 2 pounds, something like that. I mean, it's got some weight to it, but as always, you know, your girl, she works out. So I can actually hold this base up, no problem. And then the other piece, the main event is freaking Guile. Move the paper out the way. And boom, look at his gorgeous ass. Now, I'm gonna hold him up for a little bit, but he is heavy. And so even though I'd be in the gym, obviously I'm not in the gym like the way he is. So actually, you know what? He's really getting heavy, so I'm gonna put his ass in there. Doesn't he look great? Doesn't he look absolutely gorgeous? I am in love with this piece. So before we get to the specs, let's break his ass down. Again, like I said before, I went with this look because this is the old school victory pose that I know Guile to be. PCS, again, did not miss with the details on this guy. First, let's take a look at his freaking face, dude. I love this look on Guile because he's stern. He looks like he's about that life. Like I always say, I love it when they're about that life because the way my face is set up, I'm not always about that life, even though I want to be. But he looks confident, he looks arrogant, and like this is the Guile that I know to have. He's got his little brush here, and what's super cool about this brush is that it's even detailed on the bottom and in the, well actually it's like a comb. It's more of a comb, right? Yeah, it's super detailed, and actually be careful with it, but like PCS does, they leave like some notches in there. I accidentally knocked it off already, and I was like, damn, I already broke my shit, but no, it just popped right back in, so that was cool. I love the details on his eyes. His eyes are blue. You know, I'm usually, I don't know, I'm not gonna say that. Like, I'll just say, nope, I'm not gonna say anything at all. His eyes are blue and they're beautiful. But his eyes are also red. Like his pupils are blue, but his like eyeball is red. So he looks angry, like he's really, really upset. His hair is flawless. I love how they did his hair. I mean, this is a flat, super flat top, the way that Guile likes it to be. The detail on his hair, every single hair strain, like he made sure he was like shaped up for this fight. So not only is he gonna whoop your ass, he's gonna look good doing it. And I love that about him. His dog tags, so let me see, this is all the way around. So he's got these dog tags around him, and I couldn't zoom in because I just couldn't, because I'm special, but his name and like I guess his military info is on his dog tag. So I love how they made sure to include the detail on that as well. And this going down his body, right? I mean, he's been in the gym. Clearly, he has put some work in. The way that his V shape comes down into his little waist is perfect. Like I'm not falling for him right now. I just love the look of this Guile. But before we get to that, we even have, and take this off a little bit. Up top, because we know, you know, he is a super American boy. He's got his 2 American flag tattoos on his shoulder. And I'm not gonna comment anything else on that, but that is the Guile that we know, and they made sure not to miss that detail. The freaking definition in his body, along with he even has like veins and stuff. You can see, I mean, how freaking lean he is and muscle massed out. He looks amazing. He's got these veins on his biceps right here. You can see the like the tendons and stuff in his freaking wrist. He even put like a little nail polish on his fingernails, and I don't think that's because he wears nail polish. I think that was just the designer's way of separating his nails from the rest of his hand, because Guile just doesn't seem like the type of guy that would wear, you know, like nail polish or anything like that. But yeah, so his skin texture, they nailed it to a T. Then we get down to his freaking tank top. You can see his freaking abs coming through the damn tank top, and what I love about this is the texture of his shirt. Like they made it in a way that when you rub your fingers along it, it feels like a legit like wife beater, like back in the day. And I'm gonna turn his ass around. Even on the back, I mean, God, look, he does not miss back day. He hits all the back workouts. He hits, you know, the freaking pulls, you know, the freaking wings. He probably does a lot of pull-ups. His wing mass is just unbelievable. It makes me actually want to stop doing this and go back to the gym. But you can see the definition in his shirt and how small his back is. And look at those cheeks, bro. Those cheeks, those are some lean ass cheeks. Now I wouldn't mind if we had put a little bit more dump, you know, back here, but I'm good with with it is because he probably does more quads and hams than he does glutes, but because he's so lean, you know, he's got a nice little tight little booty, which, you know, I'm okay. I could still, you know, get up in there and get some if I want. But anyways, going back to his freaking belt. We've got the silver part, you know, he is coordinated, he matches, he looks good. And then same down to his pants. Like, I think these are called like camouflage, right? Like camouflage or whatever, something like that, army pants. But these are textured as well, even like in the indentation of where his pockets are. And then the threading along the side and on his pockets. I literally have like a little man in my house right now, like a white guy at that, which yeah, it's all right, it's okay. So yeah, so his pants, incredibly detailed. The color on here is perfect. It's got like a nice little matte finish. He looks great. And then all the way down to his boots. I mean, why would they stop there? The detail on his freaking boots, these look like some combat boots. I wonder, these are probably even steel toe. You don't want to catch one of his flying, you know, when he does that underneath like cartwheel thing in the air. I can't remember what that thing's called. Somebody put in the comments, please. You don't want to get caught with that because steel toe to the face is not a good idea. But I love the detail on the boots with the colors, with the black, the browns, and the gray. So I don't think I'm missing much. Oh, except the detail even on the top of his watch is fantastic. Now I wish I was a watch connoisseur. I know someone who that is, and they could probably look at this watch and tell me exactly the watch that he's wearing. I'm assuming some type of military type watch that he's got on, but the details on this is just absolutely magnificent. I love what they've done here. So before we take a better look at Guile, let's talk about the specs. So as far as height goes with the base, he is about 20 inches tall, right? He's a quarter scale. He's not very small. He's not very big. This is a good size. I can find him somewhere to go, you know, with this size statue. So we're 20 inches tall. We're about 11.5 inches wide, so he doesn't take up a lot of space, which is great compared to my Chun-Li because, you know, she's squatting and she's got the weights, but he doesn't take up a lot of space. So 11.5 inches wide, 20 inches tall, and the depth, he's about almost 9.5 inches in depth. So kind of a compact type statue, but he's absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure that I read, and someone correct me, he's about 14 pounds. So he's not hella heavy, but when you're trying to like show him off and hold him with one freaking arm, it is freaking heavy. I mean, I curl 25, so just saying. It's a lot of weight. I'm just like rubbing on him. But anyways, so those are the specs. And I do believe if you want to get one straight from PCS or from like Sideshow, that they have a wait list going on. And of course, the scalpers got my guy on sale. I mean, you know, they're selling them. I've seen some ridiculous prices, but there are some smaller shops that have them available. So with that, why don't we take a better look at Street Fighter, actually at PCS's Street Fighter Guile Deluxe Edition. He looks absolutely beautiful, right? I'm so excited to add Guile to my collection of statues. I'm excited to see what PCS comes out with next. You guys let me know in the comments. Are you a Street Fighter fan? Who's your main? And of course, what do you think about this Guile statue? I'm Queen G22.